Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Mindminx Show. I'm your favorite Minx, and we are at the new home of the Mindminx Show, Grey Roo Studios. And I just want to give a quick shout out to the official sponsor of the Mindminx Show, Jason Fitness, located in Fairfield, New Jersey. I am a Jason Fitness athlete, so go check them out. All right, so we have another fun episode planned for today. And it has been a year and 2 months in the making. That's what you just said as we walked in the door.
Exactly. It's been a minute.
It's been a super long minute.
Yeah.
So everyone welcome, please, RX Superstar.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I'm hyped. I'm excited. I love your studio. I love the vibes. I've been waiting to come on here since the day I met you.
Well, so my favorite memory of us is that you thought that I was Lisa.
Yes. I still think you Lisa's daughter and stuff like that. I was like, yo, is that Lisa? So when I first met you, we was at this place.
Absalon,
right there.
Shout out to Steph.
Shout out to Stephanie right there. Stephanie Santiago,
Yep.
who has another famous name with someone else. So we met there. What was it, karaoke? Something like that. We were singing that day. Y'all got me to sing. I remember that. That was funny and interesting. But when I first saw you, I was like, Stephanie, is that Lisa? She was like, no. I was like, is that our daughter? She was like, no. I was like, you sure? She was like, yeah, that's my friend. I was like, oh, okay. I still gonna ask her. So that's when I asked you. We was outside, and then I asked you. I was like, yo, are you related to Lisa? I was like, you look just like her. So then you see Mink's face like this, like, oh my God, thank you so much. It's like, do I really do? I was like, you do. Then when I leave the place, I'm over here listening to Lisa in my friend's car. Because my friend who took me over there, she didn't know who Lisa was.
Oh.
So I introduced her to Lisa, and then freestyle after that.
Nice.
So we were just chilling.
I think that's a huge compliment because I am a huge freestyle fan. I am like friends with some of the artists still.
That's amazing.
Now, yeah. So it's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
I've never met Lisa, but you know.
It's gonna happen. It's right there in the universe. Right now, we on your show, producing it to the universe. So let it work its magic. You know, and if it so happens I'll get to meet Lisa, I'll definitely tell her about you.
Well, you tagged her in a picture we took.
Knowing me, I'll pull out the phone. Hey, can you do a video for me? A little shout out. So, you know.
Well, that was super fun because I'm similarly aged to Lisa. So for you to say that I look like her daughter, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You look younger. You look younger than what you think.
Thank you.
You're a very pretty woman.
Thank you. I try. All right. But we're here to talk about you and everything that you've done. So I got to read a little bit of your bio this morning, and very fascinating story. So I want to start all the way at the beginning.
Let's go.
So tell me about, RX Superstar. How did you come up with your name?
How did I come up with my name, RX Superstar? Well, it was me and my friends. We was hanging out. We was in our early 20s. And we was just sitting in the house playing like wrestling games. So I'm a big fan of Japan imports, like TV shows, toys, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's this show called Kamen Rider. So it was first before Super Sentai, which is known in America as Power Rangers.
Okay.
So Kamen Rider is what started it all.
Okay.
So it was this one Kamen Rider that was called Kamen Rider Black RX. So that's where I got my name from. A lot of people mistake my name RX for pharmacy.
Yeah.
So it's really not. So now I break it down for them. They be like, wow. And then they wound up Googling the show. They was like, is this the character you saw? I was like, yeah.
Oh,
so
interesting.
the character itself is a hero.
Okay.
He goes beyond what a human's supposed to do or save anyone's lives. So he's always the hero that saves the day no matter what. And he always finds a way to save someone. Mm-hmm. So he's like a MacGyver in a way. He's finding a way to like help this person in this situation. So each episode is like a different way of him helping someone. And then also kicking monsters' ass. Can I say that? Ooh,
yes,
sorry.
yeah. Well, no, we're allowed to curse here, so you're good. It's
been a long time since I've been on a podcast and I could just curse or say something.
I think we're allowed to curse. Steve, are we allowed to curse? It's up to me. Okay. Yes, we're allowed to curse. So I think that's interesting because I honestly thought it was also due to being, you know, associated with pharmacy. But for me, when I was thinking of it, it was like, you know, you're the superstar prescription, like you're what everybody needs to make things right. So it's still along the same vein.
Yeah.
It definitely still works.
You on the right path for that, because I do say, when someone asks me that, I say, yes, I just gave you a daily dose of positivity.
There you go.
So that's what I always say. Now, the word superstar comes from wrestling. So I'm a big wrestling fan, huge wrestling fan. I've been watching wrestling since I was a baby. I actually remember Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt at Madison Square Garden, ready to go against Andre the Giant.
And you said it was your mom who got you, right?
My mom got me
Why
into it.
is it always the Puerto Rican moms that are always into wrestling? My mom too.
I don't know. It's just part of our culture. Because when you look at the history of wrestling, it comes from, well, Puerto Rico is big. It comes from the Colon's family, which is a wrestler now. Is like Carlito Colon. Carlito. Well, he can't say that name, so it's Carlito. So if you look at WWE now, Carlito's a third generation, I believe, from the Colon family. The Colon family, his dad was the guy that's very famous. If you're a wrestling fan, he was the first person to grab a fork and stab you in the head. That's what he was known for. Grab a fork and just start stabbing you in the middle of the ring in front of everyone.
I hear Steve is in the background. Yep. You know, okay, so Steve, you are allowed to talk on the show and contribute.
I'm just glad you're a fan. I don't know if you guys can hear me, because I don't know if you heard me earlier.
I can hear like an echo, but I know you're a fan because soon as
you can hear,
that,
Yup.
So I'm a big wrestling fan. I grew up with that. My mom's taught me. She got it from her dad and then her brothers. So in my mother's family, it was a half and half, boys and half girls.
Okay.
Like, it was like 16 kids all in total.
Okay. Wow.
So everyone watched sports.
There was no TV back then, huh?
No, it wasn't. So we was outside. They was outside. That was TV for them. So my uncles used to wrestle, and some of my aunts used to wrestle.
Really?
Yeah. So they got into that. Some of my aunts and uncles went into music as well. They went into a bunch of other things. That's what Puerto Ricans are known for. We're known to just expand into everything. It's like, it's nothing in this world that we're not affiliated with.
I concur. I agree with that.
When you go to any country in this world, Puerto Ricans. Any other culinary foods is mixed with Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
So we worldwide. We worldwide.
If I can put in my 2 cents, of course. You guys just had a Puerto Rican champion too.
We did. We just had a Puerto Rican champion in wrestling.
Yeah, Damian Priest.
Shout
out to Damian Priest.
Right, so shout out.
He lost it recently, but like he held it for a bit.
Yeah,
but,
he held it down and he represented.
Yeah,
and
he also
held it down and represent for Puerto Rican.
And he also had last year the match with Bad Bunny.
That's
Bad Bunny was also wrestling. So
that's right.
Bad
Bunny's a wrestler
in
too.
Puerto Rico.
Really?
Yes, he's a real wrestler too. Shout out to Bad Bunny out there.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good.
He's
and
really
in
good.
Puerto
His
Rico,
high-five
I think it was
moves and
Backlash.
everything, man, him and Rey Mysterio. That was a
Really?
great
That's
match.
surprising.
Yeah, so this was the year for upcoming like Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
So am I. So in my field in Comicons.
Wait, before we get
too much. So let's go back to My Name's Superstar.
Your name is Superstar.
So speaking of Damian Priest, right, and the Judgment Day, who was the founder of the Judgment Day, Edge, who was known as the rated R superstar.
Oh.
So I felt like, you know what? I'm rated X superstar. And what Edge did was he was the ultimate opportunist. So I learned from him.
I love that.
I learned from him. I learned to take every moment, no matter what it was about, to open that door.
I love that.
Until that day, I opened that door and I went through.
I love that. That's what I live by. One of my favorite quotes is that, you know, like when the glass half empty guy is arguing that it's half empty, the other guy is arguing that it's half full. I'm the opportunist drinking the glass while they're arguing. So
my teacher always said, when he used to say stuff like that, he said, end of the day, you still sipping.
Yeah.
So enjoy the life.
Yeah, I love that.
So
ooh, connection.
Shout out to my mentor, Jason David Frank.
All right, so then
So we combined the names now.
Okay.
RX and then Superstar.
Okay.
And then
so there's a wrestling and an anime
yes,
connection.
which is a part of me.
Right.
The way I grew up and stuff and watching stuff on TV. And also I used to wrestle back in the days
Really?
too. Yeah, I did a little backyard wrestling. I went through a table and that was it for me.
That was it?
It changed my whole life. I was like, oh, this is not for me.
So how did RX Superstar get to the next level? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I remember this part.
DJing.
Oh, DJing. That's right.
DJing.
Okay, at
so
your,
that was a cool name to have.
Yeah.
But I was called not DJ RX Superstar. It was RX Superstar, the DJ.
Okay.
So from there, I started like any Puerto Rican kid. Started with the family parties.
Right.
Then went off to the house parties with the friends. Then we went to house parties and started mixing up with the downtown crowd. Mixing around. And then I started doing events, local bars and stuff like that for open mics. They needed a DJ, so I learned that. And then where did I go from there? Then I have landed my break at this internet radio station that's never been done before social media, the way it is now, before all this. We was at internet radio called alisradio.net.
Okay.
Right? You see that? .net. No
.net,
one uses
yeah.
that no more.
Yeah.
No one uses that no more. So they was affiliated with Hot 97.
Okay.
So it was like a startup program to see where this could go.
Okay.
So I met a lot of people doing that. A lot of celebrities too. Also, shout out to my DJ at that time, DJ Brickwall, because he's the one who introduced me to it. Because we was doing house parties together. So that led us there. We was there about 2 or 3 years, and then they moved me from like afternoon to the night.
Which is a big deal. Like when you say that, that's a huge deal.
I mean, at first I thought it was, but the nightlife is a little crazy, especially for DJs.
Of course it is.
You know, but they took me under their wing. I started working with strippers and and night DJs. So I started learning all of like the booty songs and the trap songs and like something you don't listen to in the afternoon, like old school at noon and stuff like that. Because that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to play
so
what
it was
I
out of
grew
your
up with.
genre.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was perfect for me because one thing about me is like any field I'm at, I make sure I know everything.
Okay.
So I won't just be only one genre, you know what I'm saying? So like I won't be stuck on pop. I want to learn hip hop. I want to mix the pop. I want to mix reggae. I want to mix the Spanish. I want to mix Japan music. I want to mix K-pop, all that stuff. So I never stood at one place. That's why they always used to call me, because I learned how to blend and mix and all that. So after that, a few years later, I wasn't feeling it no more. I was getting tired of it. It started getting violent.
Really?
That's at the time where it was a lot of gun violence around DJs and studios and stuff. So DJs was dying. A lot of people was getting, hurt in bad situations. Even if you at the place and you ain't had nothing to do with it, you will be affected by it. So one day I got tired of it and I couldn't hear music no more. I was like, whoa, what's wrong with me? I couldn't listen. I didn't want to hear songs no more. I didn't want to do nothing. It just ruined my passion.
Wow.
So I stood in the funk for a while until my friend sends me a video, and it's Power Ranger, right? So it's White Ranger versus Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
So, and it was the return of my hero, the Green Ranger, the show Power Rangers that inspired me to do a lot of stuff, to be yourself and to motivate yourself.
Okay.
So when that happened, I messaged him because my tag on Instagram and Facebook reached him, and he messaged me. He was like, "Oh, thank you for sharing everything." And I'm like, "Is this really you?" Because it's social media. You don't
never know.
You never
Yeah.
know. So it was him.
And we're talking about, his name is Jason.
Jason David Frank, the Green Power Ranger from
Power
Mighty
Ranger.
Morphin Power Rangers,
Yeah.
the greatest Ranger of them all, the face of the brand. So after that, he heard my story, and I wound up sending him a mix of Power Rangers and like hip hop mixed together, and some other stuff too from that era of the '90s. And he loved it. We started talking more. He was like, "Hey, come to New York Comicon." So the universe was already working. At that time, I was married, and my wife surprised me with tickets to Comicon.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, because I'm a big believer of the universe. I was like, I'm on my way to meet you. So I showed him the ticket. He's like, I'm on my way to meet you. He's like, I can't wait to meet you. So when I finally get to New York Comic Con, October 9th, I think it was 2016, I'm online. I'm waiting to meet him. He started singing Power Rangers. He had all these grown adults singing the theme song Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and other stuff. We was interacting. I've never done this before. I never experienced Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. He just gave me the whole full experience of who he is, why he's here, and he wants to meet us.
Aww.
You know, because it was never about money or none of that stuff for him and stuff. You're going to make money regardless. He's the green freaking Power Ranger. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you meet him, he treats you like family and stuff like that. So when I met him, I hugged him, and he whispered in my ear, from this day forward, everything will be okay.
Aww.
So I never understood that until he was like, all the videos you do and all that posting you do, can you do it for me? So ever since then, I've been doing that for him.
Wow.
Post up stuff. I make videos. He take it, put on his page. He never credited me it, but it was okay though. Just to me personally knowing that I did this for you, and we know this, and God knows this, and the devil knows this. Is like, this is awesome.
Okay.
Like, I don't care who doesn't know this.
Okay.
And if people could call me a liar or anything, you could go to hell. But this is my story. This is my journey.
Right.
So ever since then, he took me under his wing. He saw I was real serious. I was really looking for something else to do, and my second passion was photography. So at that time, I didn't have a camera yet. So I had an iPhone 4, and I used my iPhone 4 like it was a regular camera, and I was killing it. But at that time, was better quality for a lot of cameras out there, especially in Comic-Cons. So I was the only photographer that had that phone, using it, post up at the same time, right then and there. No one was doing this yet. I was the only one doing this. Just post, going live, post and going live. Because people were shy and scared to go live. It was like, oh, that's your identity, you giving up and all that stuff. Well, if you see, well, if you're like me and you could see like ahead of time, then you should have did this. Because one day the world is gonna be like this.
Right. Fast forward.
Look at us now. So I was always smart. I was always ahead of my time. So from there, he took me under his wing. He's showing me Comic-Cons. I'm meeting a lot of people. I met Stan Lee 3 times because of him. That right there.
Steve in the
when
background.
I first met him, bro, Stan Lee, I froze.
I bet.
And he's like, you okay, young man? I'm like, do you know who you are?
Do you know who you
Are you okay?
He was like,
man?
yeah, I'm Stan Lee. He's like, nice to meet you. Who are you? I said, blah, 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 blah. I mumbled, and I was like, and then Jason came, and he was like, this is Hector. He's one of my friends and stuff like that. And I showed
That is
Stan
so
Lee.
cool.
But the second time and third time was more comfortable, and then I called him Uncle Stan.
Nice.
So I met a lot of people because of Jason David Frank.
Ooh, so that's going to make our game. My game.
We got a game?
Good. I have a game, yes.
Oh, man.
Yes, I do.
Let's go. I'm with it.
Well, it's at the end. I'm going to
continue my story.
Yeah.
Okay, so he took me under his wing. I did Comic-Con. Now I'm branching off on my own now until I meet him again. So I'm like, I got this drive now. I got this new passion now. I'm gonna go on this Comic-Con and I'm gonna fuck shit up like the way I'm supposed to do, and that's what I did. Like, I just grabbed, I was like, yo, Dr. Doom, you want to battle me? He's like, let's go. So I was like, yo, Thor. So I'm calling people by their characters. I don't know their real names. Calling by their characters that they're cosplaying as, dress up as. Cosplaying is basically costume play. It's people who dress up in costumes of their favorite superheroes or their own made characters, their own made up characters.
Right.
So
I've gotten to meet a couple of cosplayers. I know Mom the cosplayer, so shout out to her.
Shout out to Mom the cosplayer,
Yep.
man. Everyone knows Mom's the cosplayer.
Oh,
She just released a video just now.
Oh, really?
That she's She-Go from Impossible, the Kid Impossible, and she's like breaking away from 2 Sailor Scouts, like interrupting their photo shoot,
Yeah.
or they like about to kiss moment. She's like, get out of here, I'm She-Go, move out my way.
Ooh.
You know?
Well, so I know Mom the cosplayer because I actually got to do coverage for WinterCon. at the Resorts Casino.
World Resorts Casino is
Yes.
one of my favorite Comicons.
So I got to do coverage for that because my friend is a comic book creator and he was showcasing his comic book called Fuerza. So shout out to Ralph at Henry Q Productions. And he had Mom the Cosplayer play Fuerza live.
So that was this.
2 winters ago.
Oh, okay.
2 winters ago.
Okay. Because I remember she was there.
Yep. She was there with me.
So we was there.
And we did a
in
panel.
the same building, but we didn't know.
We didn't know each
Wow.
other. We did a panel. I was on a panel in a room. I forgot about
Congratulations
that.
on that
Thank
one.
you. I completely
to do a
forgot
panel
about
at a
it.
Comic-Con
I
is a big
did.
thing.
I did. I forgot about that. So it was me, Ralph. I think her name is, I don't know if we're allowed to say her name, her real name, but she's Mom the Cosplayer. And
No, we're not allowed to say
We're not
her
allowed
name.
to. Okay, so I won't say her
So
name.
we can say Mom the Cosplayer.
Mom the
But people
Cosplayer.
who watch this will be like, what? She know Mom the Cosplayer.
I do.
Because Mom the Cosplayer in her own rights.
Wait, Sandra. So my friend Sandra's on there. Tell Ralph that I just gave him a shout out for Fuerza.
Yeah, we're going to give a lot of people shout outs today.
He is a Puerto Rican comic book creator, and he created a couple of Latina comic book superheroes that are the main characters.
That's awesome. That's amazing. We need more of that. We need more of that. We definitely need more of that. And especially like I got to be a part of a group because it's never been done before. So the first Latino group was a bunch of cosplayers, Puerto Ricans, that just got together. So it started with Lily. Shout out to Lily out there, who's the Boricua Mandalorian girl that you see, like the Mandalorian in all Puerto Rican colors and everything, representing with the flag. And she got little Grogu right there with the little bandana on the head and like a flag dress. So it's kind of cool. So she started it. She brought all the Puerto Ricans together.
Wow.
And they was at the parade, that was at the festival. I wasn't walking with them because I got invited to walk with the giant flag that's been around for, I think, over 100-something years.
Wow.
So that's a beautiful thing. And I was working with the union workers. So I was there with the hard-working people.
Nice.
And that's something I'm proud of because my mom and dad are hard workers. My dad was a retired New York City housing worker. He busted his ass, and he survived for his family, and I miss him. I love him. And my mom's is your local moms, that the Puerto Rican woman that was hanging on the block, everybody knows,
Everybody
and worked
knows
the
her.
9 to 5, and also go hang out, but she'll take care of her kids
What
before
was her
everything.
nickname?
My mom's?
Yeah.
Cookie.
I was gonna say it had to be something. Like
Cookie from Harlem. You heard? Cookie from Harlem.
Shout out to Cookie.
125th. You heard? That's how it is. The Camacho family. You know what I'm saying? So my mom's was very known already. Like she was the first superstar. And then she gave birth to the brightest star.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? So I love my parents. They raised me as the way they're supposed to, like any kid who has 2 parents. But my dad wasn't my real dad. He was my stepdad, but later
stepdad,
on I
yeah.
accept him as my dad
Sure.
because he was always there for me no matter what. That man helped me launched a lot of my businesses. He was like, why are you spending your money? I'll pay for everything.
Nice.
So one day I did my own fashion show, right? I came home, this is after my divorce, and I had my own brand. And my dad was like, what's that you wearing? I said, it's me, Dad. He's like, you look like Shrek. I said, yeah, Dad, I'm Shrek's cousin. And he started laughing. He said, I want a shirt. He said, I'll get you a shirt. He's like, no, I'll buy a shirt. So he bought me a shirt, my mom's a shirt, my brother's shirt. And next thing you know, it comes in. Once he ripped the package, he put it on right then and there and showed everybody in the neighborhood, look at my son. That's my son right there. And before he passed away, I have the picture of him wearing it.
Nice.
So I wish I had it on me right now, but I have it at home frame. I don't really keep like my parents' pictures with me on the phone because that's like, I get a little emotional.
Okay.
But in this world, I got to stay focused.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I leave all that at home. Because when you go home, you're yourself.
Right.
And then
We were talking about that, turning it on and off.
Yeah.
How did it's still something I'm learning.
that's hard,
It's super hard.
especially when you're on a high level like this, because you're on demand call. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? You know, if the price is right, I'll skip a few people and get it done. But to be on the high level that I am, is like I had to find balance because my body started breaking down. I started because now I'm 40. So they said when you're 40 years old, everything start going down. You got to start working more, work harder more, build muscle. You got to have a routine so you can stay fit, so you can live longer. All my friends is like, yo, we live into 80 and we still going to be fly looking like the way we are. He said, you just going to have a gray beard, look like Papa Smurf. So
Steve is enjoying this in the
because he got a
background.
beard himself. Yo, let me tell you, my beard used to be like that, but being in this level now, you got to get. They tell you like, yo, you got to trim this a little bit so you can be on camera. So
Yeah.
I used to be like almost like 400 something pounds, and I lost a ton of weight. I was just walking and just fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? It's hard working out and all that to maintain that. So you got to find a balance. So what I did was I finally found my balance. And I thank God for that because I'm a Libra. So for me to not to be balanced.
When's your birthday?
October 22nd.
I am the 18th.
Oh, wow. 2 Libras.
Libras
Look at that.
in the house.
Two successful Libras in the house. There you go. And what was that? Hold on.
I know.
Was that? Did you just drop the bombs like Funk Flex?
I'm usually known for that. Yeah.
Can we do that again?
Yeah, I got it.
That we can hear through the speaker.
That was dope. That was dope. Because I used to do that.
Oh, no, we don't do that here.
Oh, no. I was talking about that he just did.
Yeah, that one is okay. The other, no, we don't do that. Steph used to make so much fun of me, and she would do it on purpose because she knows it hurt my ear.
Oh, okay. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of DJs, they go too a little much. Yeah, too much. But that's what they're known for, you know? So, man, I'm just happy that I got my way to find my balance. So now I wake up. I'm back to it because my dad, since he was a New York City housing worker, this man used to wake up at 3 a.m. and the whole house would smell like Fabuloso. So I would wake up. Yo, is it time for school? No, it's 5 a.m. now. Oh, it's time to get up. So my dad always got us up at 5 a.m. to make sure we got ready and, to start the day. Don't start the day late. So eventually when you get to an adult, you forget that. And the way my life was, I would just get up, go in the shower, get dressed, and just go where I need to be, and then go home. But home wasn't until like 4 a.m. So I'm always out in the street every day. I had an hour to myself. That's no good, none at all. I wasn't getting sleep or anything, and then my friends was worried about me too. They was like, you're not sleeping well. I would take a nap. Like right now, like if we was in a room like this and the cameras was on, I'll just like this, just take a nap. Until somebody say, RX, it's time to go. All right. And then I'm up.
But that's not good either.
No, it's not. It's not. So I'm happy I found my balance. I work out. I eat right. When I mean I eat right, it's stuff is like moderation of things. I'm still Puerto Rican. I'm never going to get rid of the rice and beans and all that stuff. Like, you could stop telling me not to.
Just measure it.
Do we really need a measure?
Yes, of course you do.
I don't know.
We just had the conversation in the car that you have seen my journey and you know it's possible. Guess how it's possible. You got to know what you're consuming.
You know what you're doing. That's right. And kudos to you and your flowers to you on your journey.
Thank you.
You're very inspiring.
Thank you.
Very inspiring. She actually inspired me too to like, yo, get up and go do it. I'm like, yo, look at her. Look at her stories. Like, look at her. If she could do it, everybody could do it. And if I could do it, you could do it. It's possible. Anything's possible once you put your mind to it. And that's what my mentor always said. And he always used to say this too, and I never forget it. Ink it, think it.
Ink it and think it.
So you just write it down and let the universe take it.
Okay. Let's see. How now I don't want you to get emotional, but I do want to ask the question.
Sure.
How much did it affect your life when you heard of his passing?
Oh man, devastating because I never really experienced I experienced death with my dad, but before my dad, I've never really experienced death with anybody. Like somebody I know would experience that, and I'll do my best to talk with them, but I never had that feeling or emotions or anything. So when my dad passed, it didn't really hit me like that because I was always next to him and stuff like that. He's my hero too. And, it took me about like a week to get together. But when he died, it like devastated me. I was lost. I was like, what am I gonna do now? This is a man I talk to every day, more than my parents, more than my friends, more than myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gone. I can't talk to you no more. I can't get advice from you no more. You're not there to like say, hey Hector, you know, you should do it this way, not this way. Or congratulations, because every accomplishment I ever done, he's always congratulated me. From one teacher to a student, always congratulating your student. And one of the things he always said was, he was like, yo, don't he said, don't worry about the pressure, because pressure creates diamonds, and you're cracking through it, and you're gonna shine, Hector. And when you shine, you know what to do. So unfortunately, when he died, that's when I shined. So even though physically he's not here, he's still watching from above. You know what I'm saying? And I owe that man everything, because he's the one that took me out my funk. He took me out. He showed me a different side of the world. He opened my mind up to anything that's possible once you put your mind to it. And that's why I'm the type of person now. It's like, I could do anything I want to. If I want to become a chef, I could go do it. If I want to become a regular janitor at a school, living in the basement, I could go do that. You know what I'm saying? If I want to be a model or a fashion designer, I could go do it. If I want to be on the Mink show, I could go do it.
Well, you are doing it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm living proof that you can do it. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your appearance. It doesn't matter your education. It doesn't matter any of that. If you have an idea, the idea is the dream, and just shine, man. Just shine. Just let the sun or let the light bulb shine. Let it come on and just shine. Just go forward. Don't be afraid. Just don't. That's all I always tell the people. Just be consistent, have an idea, and most importantly, make sure you have a bank account for it. Because dreams are expensive, guys.
They super are.
You know?
They super are.
So
let's talk about this, because now you do a lot of photography and videography for these Comicons and WinterCons and all of these cosplayers. Yeah. Started out with an iPhone 4.
yeah.
How has your equipment upgraded in the past couple of years?
Well, I'm on the iPhone 15
Oh, so you're
now.
still doing the iPhone. I love that.
I'm still doing it. Listen, there's a lot of crap out there. People talk about iPhones and Apple stuff. No. This right here will change your whole life. Literally.
Yeah.
This is the tool that you need if you want to do anything in this world that has to do with broadcasting or just going live or just getting yourself out there. Then if you want to expand to something a little bit bigger, you get the iPad. So you get the iPad. This right here is always attached to me. She'll tell you, it's like, yo, he just got off the bus, and I do a lot of artwork, so I will display one of my artworks right now.
Yeah.
So this is one I'm working on. This is one of my friends called Kip. Kip. She'll kick my butt if I mess up her name. So Kid is a cosplayer. Her husband, they do a lot of DC stuff. So recently this year, I got invited to this event called Lightbenders. It's to give back to creators like me and cosplayers. Okay. It's our own gathering. This is invite only, by the way. So this is the top of the top, the best of the best in our side of the country, our side of the United States, which is the East Coast, our region right here. So you got people from New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, what else at? Canada, Miami, all around.
Okay.
We at this one event right here that's in the middle of like the Comicon, like the road that we call it, the Comicon road. But this is the event that happens that has nothing to do with Comic-Cons or any of that stuff. This is just to give back to us.
Okay.
And for us to network, for us to network, because there's a lot of generations that's behind us looking at us now. We become front and center now.
Right.
We have to represent. Let's gather all these people together. RX, you're a star. Shout out to Critical who put me on. He's a star. Shout out to his brother Fabian. They the stars. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Poison Bats. Shout out to Wrestling God. Shout out to everybody out there that we all just gathered together and we made an impact. We actually did a tribute to to Kill Bill, right? Remember the movie Kill Bill with Uma Thurman and stuff like that? So we did our own version of it where we was the crazy 88s versus a cosplayer who was dressed as her.
Okay.
So we did that film, we did that video. I wish I had it right now so I could show you guys. That was my first time cosplaying.
Really?
Yeah. So I embodied that character. You know what I'm saying? They called me the rogue of the 88s.
Okay.
Because I took my character and I made it into a actual, like, how can I say it? Its own character, basically. So what I mean by that is like in the video that we did, everyone died. Supposedly. Supposedly. I just got slashed on the chest. I'm still alive. This guy who got stabbed in the neck, he's gone. He's automatically dead. So my character, I took it to the set NYC, which is another place I go for charity work. And that place is on Broadway. I did 10 Broadway shows. And I didn't realize I did 10 Broadway shows until I did 10 Broadway shows. Like, already, you did 10 Broadway shows.
Wow.
No, I didn't. For me going in the fast pace and the level I'm at, I don't notice these things. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Talk to the cosplayers, get them on stage, do the runway, say my story, and then leave. Then do it all again next month. Then next month. So when I went there, I took my character and I grabbed one of the models that was there. I was like, you're the bride. And I will be the crazy 88 who's coming to save you. But it turns out she killed me at the end. Because love hurts.
Ooh.
Love hurts.
It does.
So I'm the only one that does that. Like bring cosplay into theater. Even though people dress up in costumes and do theater. But who says a cosplayer can't dress as a character and do theater at the same time?
Right.
Right?
Interesting.
So I'm doing a lot of stuff no one's ever done before. So now it's expanded now. So a bunch of cosplayers come now. Now they get the experience and have that opportunity to have Broadway added to their
repertoire.
Yes. So from there, and then the whole thing is the whole support of this play in this organization is to stop human children trafficking.
Okay.
So it's a lot of things, and that relates to Comicons because there's always a child missing. There's always someone missing at Comicon. So what we're doing is that we're making it aware to people, like this is going on, and this is what you could do to help.
Interesting.
So I dabble in a lot of things, even a charity now, Critical Care Comics, who comes from Vegas, and they started a New York chapter. Now, I'm part of that New York chapter. It took a bunch of us. It was shout out to Sir Julius, shout out to Latin Nerd Cosplayer, and shout out to Luxury Leah. Shout out to Alejandro, who's the VP. And we started this in the New York chapter. And then now, a few months later, now I'm one of the head agents.
Wow.
So now, like, I call it, I don't call the shots, but what I mean is, like, I make sure it gets done.
Okay.
The way it's supposed to be.
Okay.
To make those kids happy, make sure the toys get organized, and make sure the cosplayers, which we call superheroes, are in character.
Ooh.
So shout out to Ares, too, who's the #1 Spider-Man. Like, this dude is awesome. Like, literally, he's Spider-Man. Like, he comes in and pretends like he web swing from somewhere into the room.
Really?
Or he'll jump in the room like, hey, what's up, everybody? And he'll talk to you as he's Spider-Man. Like, he talks to all the kids, high-five him, and then he talks Spanish, too, which is great. So when the kids see that, like, oh, Spider-Man speaks my language, it just puts a joy in their face. Sure. And that's the reward I love. If it's not from the heart, then I don't know why we doing this for, and I love that. So that's what I have on my social media now because I recently did that. What I do, like, behind the scenes, so my experience in documentary films and stuff, so that's why my social media looks like documentaries, because I want to give that inside look, of this is what we go through.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This is what we go through. So shout out to Critical Care Comics out there, and shout out to everybody else out there that's doing good and everything. And I didn't forget.
Okay, good.
So this is my artwork.
Very cool.
So she is the laughing Joker. which is like a offspring, like her own version of the Laughing Batman.
Oh,
These characters come from the New 52,
the Batman who laughs,
which was
right?
in the Museum of Failure.
What'd you say, Steve?
The Batman who laughs, right?
The Batman Who Laughs, yeah. But this is her own version of it.
That's pretty cool,
right? That's what's cool about cosplayers. They take those characters and make them their own. And then you start thinking about it, it's like, whoa, are you really like that in real life? You know, like you
Ooh,
take
you
the
never
makeup,
know.
you never know. But when you follow her and her husband, they're into all that stuff. So that's what's cool about cosplaying. It's another way of expressing yourself. You know, so that's why I love it. You know what I mean? So
It's an extension of creativeness, and I
Yes.
love that because you don't realize, but we're technically cosplaying too. Like, you know, I'm your favorite Minx. That's not, you know, that's my persona. So
I love that. Imagine you with the whole outfit of a minx and everything. They'd be like, but they'll mistake you for like Catwoman. They'd be like,
Yeah,
no, I'm
no,
not
no, no.
Catwoman. Catwoman wish she was a mink. You know? So that would be awesome. Maybe one day we could do that.
Oh boy, I don't know about that.
We got Halloween coming up soon.
We do.
Ah.
All right, so we have a little bit of time left. You hear him laughing? We have a little bit of time left, and I like playing a game with all of my guests.
Okay.
And basically, have you ever heard of 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon?
No.
All right, so it's basically where technically you can connect Kevin Bacon to anyone in the world within 6 degrees. So we do the same thing. So it's 6 degrees of Mindminx. So you get to name a celebrity, and I have to connect myself to them in 6 degrees or less.
Any celebrity?
Any celebrity. Oh, and by the way, we do allow people to help me because I'm horrible at remembering shit. So
Any celebrity?
Any
Wow,
celebrity.
You caught me off guard right there. Because I would have just said Lisa, because you just remind me of her. That's why.
Aw.
You know, but that's a good one. Throw any celebrity, anyone that comes to mind. Rosario Dawson. I don't know why it just popped in my head.
Okay, Rosario Dawson was in what? List some movies.
Mandalorian. He Got Game.
You gotta name the other actors too, though.
The other actors with
Yeah.
Denzel Washington, Ray Allen, the Brooklyn movie from Spike Lee. You never seen that one?
Oh, no, I am. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking of how I can connect them. Let's see.
To Kevin Bacon?
No, to me.
Oh, to
I have
you.
to connect Rosario Dawson to me. Steve, how about you? Any movies? So she was in a movie with Denzel Washington?
Yeah. She was in a lot of movies with a lot of actors.
Training Day.
Training Day.
She was in Training Day?
No.
No.
No,
Oh,
Denzel
was
Washington was in Training Day. With whom?
with Denzel.
With who?
Denzel.
No, but who else was in Training Day with Denzel?
What was her name? Mendez?
I forgot the guy's name.
I forgot her name too.
Wait, what's his Ethan Hawke, right? Ethan Hawke was in
Hawke.
Training Day?
I
Yes.
believe that's Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
Ethan Hawke was there.
Okay. I'm thinking, anybody out there? Let's see. Ooh, that might be a stumpy one. What else? Wasn't she in Kids, by the way?
When Kids?
Wasn't she in the movie Kids? Isn't that where she got her start, Rosario Dawson?
Kids? Was that her?
Because if it was, then right away I knew Tully.
Was that her?
I think so.
I caught you with that one, right?
You might have, as long as Google it real quick. See if she was in Kids.
In Kids?
I think Rosario Dawson got her start in the movie Kids. I think that was her. And if that's the case, then I met Tully at Willowbrook Mall.
Rosario Dawson in Kids.
Oh, he's all fancy. He does the look up, through Siri.
Yeah, she was.
She was all right. So
Correct.
then, in two connections.
I mean, this is the world we live in now.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember meeting Tully at the Willowbrook Mall. He used to hang out there.
Wow. You're very connected. Do you know that? You're very connected, and there's more connections coming your way.
I hope so.
There's more.
That was fun. I love doing that.
We just gotta get you cosplay as Minx. That's it. Have your little mask and everything. Probably a little tail whip or something.
What's your favorite celebrity that you ever got to
My
meet?
favorite celebrity?
Yeah.
Wow.
Besides Jason What's his name? Jason
David Frank.
Okay.
Three
first names.
I can't say Stan Lee because I already met Stan Lee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of cool. I can tell you mine. So at WinterCon, I got to meet Michael Biehn.
Wow.
And for anybody who doesn't know who that is, he played the original, the only Kyle Reese in The Terminator. I had the biggest crush. So I was talking to his wife at WinterCon.
Nice.
She's super nice.
She's super nice.
And she even said, so she told him that I had a crush on him. He's like, which one? Michael, Kyle Reese, or I forgot who else she said. I was like, no, Kyle Reese.
She put you on the spot.
Yeah.
I got one for you. Kevin Conroy.
Who's that?
That's my Batman.
That's your Batman?
That's the Batman from Batman in the animated series.
Oh, okay.
The voice actor from there. And then he had his starring live action first time when he was in Infinity and Crisis. It was in the Flash series. But that's my favorite. Like, every time I went to Comicon, I would just go see him. Even if it wasn't for an autograph. Hey, Kevin, and he'll recognize me and everything.
Well, you definitely have a unique look. You could definitely. I've told him this. I was like, he needs to have like a cartoon character of himself made.
The universe is working towards that. I would love to be an anime character myself. It's just my story, and I'll be in a Comic-Con. That's what it is, and then I'll just interact cool stuff like I normally do now. I'll grab a lightsaber and start doing like tricks and stuff. I was a Jedi before. I'm a Mandalorian now, so that's stuff we do in Comic-Cons and stuff. So. If anybody from the Sith Lords or anything be like, oh, he's a Jedi, no, I'm a Mandalorian, so just be careful.
Are you really wanting to, like, isn't Jedi like the ultimate goal?
The Jedi?
Yeah.
No. Once you learn the story of the Jedis, then you realize it's like, no, that's not the way. That's really not. You'll more applaud the Sith Lords than the Jedi. Once you know the stories.
Oh.
A real Star Wars fan will know you can't trust a Jedi. You can't. Look what happened. Look what Luke Skywalker did in the series.
What did he do?
Killed kids.
That was Anakin, though.
That was who?
That was his son, Anakin.
It was his son?
Darth Vader.
What are you talking about, Kyle?
No, Anakin Skywalker killed the
Skywalker.
the younglings of the Jedi.
But Luke Skywalker did it too when he was with Kyle.
With Kylo Ren?
Yeah, because remember he tried to kill Kyle because he knew Kyle was going to turn into a Sith.
See, I stopped after like Disney brought it out.
Wait, is this like the Disney Plus shit?
Yeah, this is the new stuff now.
Yeah,
See,
I'm
they're
like
fans of the old school stuff like
bro,
that.
Like.
No, I'm a fan too. But once I found out what Jedis are really about, I was like, no. So I switched to Mandalorians because Mandalorians are straightforward, honest, and they do what's right for the right price.
For the right price.
Yeah.
So would they do what's wrong for the right price?
How
you said
would
the
it
right
be
price.
Wrong? How would it be wrong? If they're bounty hunters, that's what they're trained to do. That's their religion.
Yeah, but if the price is the operative word, what does it matter?
As a bounty hunter, you have to have a reward. You have to have something.
All right, maintain. So but if it's just how do you know that the reward isn't based on fraudulence?
You wouldn't know until you do it.
Right. So.
And then that's when you'll go back and kill the guy who put you in a situation like that. Oh. Then you'll take all his bounty and make some cool shiny armor out of it. That's why they say this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
All right. So what way can we find RX Superstar?
Oh, man. I'm on all social media. Everything from the past until now. You could Google me and I pop up. Mm-hmm. You see like the old version of me, like my old show, my old podcast, my interviews I did with celebrities and local music talents and stuff like that. So you could find me at rxsuperstar@gmail.com. I mean, you could email me. Oops, the mic is hitting me now. I knew this mic was going to hit me sooner or later. I knew it was going to have a blooper somewhere, right? Imagine that you just chop this up and it'd be like boom, boom, boom. That'd be a hit on TikTok. But now, you can find me on Instagram at RX Superstar. You can find me on Facebook at The Plug with RX Superstar. You can find me on YouTube at RX Superstar. You could Google me, RX Superstar, Twitter, RX Superstar, TikTok, RX Superstar. My name is just everywhere. I even have my own sofrito, RX Superstar.
Really?
Yeah.
For everyone who doesn't know, sofrito is
It's a Spanish
seasoning.
Yes. Homemade.
Fantastic.
I think we're naturally born with the gift to make sofrito.
No, we're not.
You?
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about somebody else who swore they knew how to make it. And when I tell you they bought the wrong little pepper and it was a waste of all of the ingredients.
They bought the Jamaican pepper.
Oh my
the hot
God.
one.
It was ridiculous. There was nothing we could do with it except throw it away.
Wow.
Nothing.
Wow. That person can never. Wow. That's the first time I ever heard a Puerto Rican do that.
Yeah.
It's
A
okay.
New Rican.
It's okay. Sometimes they need a woman's touch to help.
It was a woman.
I'm even more shocked.
Yep.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. That was dope.
All right. So where can people come see you in person? Because you're going to be doing a couple of things coming up.
Well, I'll be at on Saturday. I think this is what's today? The 16th.
Today is the 16th.
Tomorrow at Saturday, I'll be at Fanatic, which is first ever like Comicon, but for sports and athletes. So it'll be UFC, WWE, it'll be NBA, it'll be the NFL, Major League Baseball, all that stuff in one building. It's never been done. It's the first time ever. I didn't even know about it. They called me and it was like, "Hey, superstar, what are you doing Saturday?" I said, "Nothing really," because I'm preparing myself for Anime NYC, which is the following weekend, which is going to be crazy and nuts because I'm the first Puerto Rican influencer at a Asian convention.
Wow.
So that opened doors for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of my nicknames too, is the door, because I help you lead. I help open that door and lead you through it.
Nice.
You know. So I'm preparing for that. These are all the events I go to. Like, I don't even know some of them. They call me like, "Hey, what you doing?" I'm on my way over there. Like I said, the ultimate opportunist.
Yep. Love it.
That's how we got to do
Love
it.
it. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining in another episode. We are going to be dropping this on Sunday, so I get to do my actual outro. It's a brand new week, so go own it and mind your favorite minx and join us next time. They did it.